this video, I'm going to show you the 10 things that I quit that were ruining my face. I had no idea until I stopped. Chances are that you're doing some of these things right now, and they could be the reason why your skin is not where you want it to be. I'm talking about a treatment I paid thousands of dollars on that completely backfired, a product that I used every single day that was working against me, and a decision to get a particular filler in my face that I regret up to this day. Tanning. Every time you tan, whether it's in the sun or a tanning bed, you are triggering deep inflammation into your skin. That inflammation breaks down your collagen, and once that collagen is gone, it doesn't come back. What you are seeing today is that golden tan look. It's actually the sun damaging and ruining your skin, making you age much faster. Plus, the sun slowly breaks down your skin's ability to protect itself. Your skin barrier gets weaker over time, so the good stuff that should stay into your skin gets out, and all the bad stuff is gonna get right into your face. Your skin will lose its ability to ever look healthy again. I tanned for years because I thought that if I was tan, my skin looked more attractive, and I still think it kind of did. But what I got in return when I stopped tanning, it's so worth the payoff. My skin started looking hydrated, plump, healthy. And if you think tanning was bad, the second thing I quit is something women pay good money for to look more beautiful. And it cost me something I still haven't gotten back. Who doesn't want those full lashes that make your eyes pop? Over the years, I tried eyelash extensions on and off, and I was even using Latisse, hoping I could protect my eyelashes while I was getting the extensions. My eyelashes were still getting ruined. Then in my early 40s, I convinced myself I'm going to be fine, that I'm not going to be without eyelashes by the time I'm 50 if I do eyelash extensions. So I committed. I started getting eyelash extensions every 2 to 3 weeks, and I have to be honest, I love them. Even if I had no makeup on, my eyes look more awake and younger. But over time, I started seeing my natural eyelashes just disappear. They got so thin and weak, and I had to face the reality. If I didn't stop, I was going to ruin my eyelashes forever. I finally stopped 7-8 months ago, and my natural eyelashes, especially this one, still hasn't gotten back to their natural fullness. Yes, eyelash extensions are beautiful, but they are ruining your face one eyelash at a time. Number 3 is the one is going to shock you because it shocked me in a bad way. I paid a lot of money for it because I really believed it was going to make me look younger, but it did the exact opposite. It was ruining my face, and I had no idea until it happened. And there's nothing I can do to reverse it. Skin tightening treatments. What nobody tells you is that some of these treatments permanently take something away that you cannot take back. I did wool therapy for the first time at the age of 34. I went in hopeful, but within 2 months or so, I realized there was no improvement. None. It did absolutely nothing for my face. Complete waste of my time and money. At 36, I tried Thermitite on my neck. Soon after the treatment, my neck looked worse. My skin was actually looser, but I didn't stop. In my early 40s, I discovered Profound, an RF microneedling treatment, and I thought this is gonna be the one to tighten my skin. And because I had some experience with skin tightening treatments, I knew the one question I had to ask: is this treatment going to melt the fat from the treated area? Some of these treatments can melt the fat, and I've seen it happening to me with my neck. This is what I was told. Yes, some skin tightening treatments, there is a risk to melt the fat away. But our treatment is not going to do that because it only heats up the skin enough to create skin tightening, but not enough to melt the fat away. That was not true. I did a Profound treatment twice on my neck and lower jaw, and after the second treatment, I had to admit that it melted the fat away and it made this area look worse. That fat is what makes our face look fuller and plump. Here's what I want you to understand. Losing fat as we age is already one of the reasons our face looks older as we age. Those skin tightening treatments accelerated that for me, and it cannot be reversed. Those treatments treatments were ruining my face while I was paying good money to save it. Number 4 is something women do every night, thinking they are doing the right thing for their skin. I was one of them. I was combining these two things that were damaging my skin barrier, and I didn't even realize it. For several years, I believed that the more I did for my skin, the better. So every night I would put on my retin-A and then a glycolic acid moisturizer. My skin would tingle so much and it would get red, and I thought all those were signs that it was working. It wasn't working. I was ruining my skin barrier. Here's what I didn't know. Retin-A accelerates skin turnover, but glycolic acid does the same thing. Combining the two of them is not doubling down on the result, it's doubling down on the damage. I did that for at least 2 years when a new esthetician explained to me what I was doing to myself. The tingling in my skin that I thought was a sign that it was working, that was my skin telling me to stop. Number 5 is something most of us use every morning and every night without even thinking about it. I did it for years. It was literally called a gentle cleanser. It was ruining my face the entire time. An esthetician recommended this gentle cleanser to me, and I was really excited to use it. But every single morning after washing my face with that cleanser, my skin will feel tight and dry. And even though it felt kind of uncomfortable, I thought it was okay because I thought that meant my skin was clean. When I finally ran out of this cleanser and I switched to a K-Beauty cleanser, first time I used it, I felt the difference right away. My skin didn't feel dry, it didn't feel oily, it just felt normal, it felt like nothing. What I've been doing every single morning for years, I was stripping down my skin of its natural moisture and compromising my skin barrier. I thought I was taking care of my face, but I was ruining it. Number 6 is going to make some of you rethink your entire morning routine, because the more you put on it, the more you could be aging your face. At 43, I looked at my face in the mirror with makeup on, and I felt something I wasn't expecting: disappointment. Because I realized the face I was showing the world every single day was not the face I was seeing in the mirror when I didn't have makeup on. The makeup I was putting on was hiding me, not enhancing me. I was ruining the very face I was trying to present to the world. And I understand why we do it. We put on makeup because we want to feel pretty. I believe for years that the more makeup I put on, the prettier I would be. But all that makeup, especially after 40, does the exact opposite. It makes us look older. It's as simple as that. Think about what you're actually putting on your face: primer, foundation, powder, contouring, blush, highlighter, setting powder, setting spray. All those chemicals sitting on your skin, sucking the moisture out, making your skin look dull, taking your glow completely away. The first thing I got rid of was my foundation. That was in my 30s. After my CO2 laser treatments, I switched to a tinted moisturizer instead, but I was still doing highlighter and contouring and blush. But over time, I got the confidence to remove more. Today, I wear no foundation, no tinted moisturizer, just my skin, a little bit of blush, some eye makeup, under eye concealer, mascara, and that's it. Number 7 is something I've been doing ever since I was 13. I am 46 now, and I still have to stop myself. And if you grew up in the 90s, you're probably doing this too. I plucked my first eyebrow in 1993. I was 13 years old. I'm 46 now, and I'm still struggling to stop. I used to have thick, full eyebrows, so I plucked, then waxed, then lasered, then electrolysis. And over decades, I ended up with a thin line where my eyebrows used to be, and it was an uneven line. I was ruining my face one hair at a time. By 2017, I was unhappy with my eyebrows, so I decided to have a hair transplant on my eyebrows. And I promised to myself I'm not going to touch my eyebrows afterwards. But I couldn't stop. I started to pluck them again, started some electrolysis again. Old habits that go back 30 plus years are not easy to break. And now I have a new problem: gray hairs in my eyebrows. And every time I see one, I have to fight every instinct in my body not to pluck them out, because I see what's happening to my eyebrows again. They're starting to thin out again, And I'm starting to even wonder whether I need another hair transplant on my eyebrows. Number 8 has nothing to do with what you do to your face or what you put on your face. It's something you put in your body probably every single day, and when I quit, my face changed for the better. About a year ago, I decided to improve my diet to increase fertility, and skin was really not on my mind. But when I cut down sugar to reduce inflammation in my body, my face changed. I was not expecting that. My face started to look less puffy. The creepiness under my eyes started to improve so much. The skin actually looked stronger. Any fine lines that the sugar was accentuating in my face started to soften. I cut down sugar for a completely different reason, but the improvement in my face was an amazing bonus. And it made me realize that sugar has been ruining my face for years, because this is what sugar does to us. Every time you eat sugar, sugar triggers inflammation, and the inflammation shows up on our face. Number 9, I don't like to admit it, because I was doing this willingly to myself, thinking I was going to look better. But the damage it caused to my face, it took a few years to get rid of it. I was 31 when I got my first fillers in my face. I did it right here in the corner of my mouth. And from there, something happened in my mind. I started to see signs of aging in my face that, now thinking back, they just weren't there. They didn't exist. But I convinced myself that I needed filler in my cheeks, more in the corner of my mouth, along my jawline, in my temples. So I kept going. And one day, 3-4 years later, I started to look at pictures, and my smile just didn't look natural anymore. My face didn't look like me. So I slowed down some in getting fillers, and I waited for them to dissolve on their own. And as they dissolved, thankfully, my smile started to come back, looking natural. My face started to look natural again. But I want to be clear, the fillers I've been doing so far have been fillers that a doctor can either dissolve in the office, or with the passage of time, these fillers will go away on their own. But then I made one more decision. I tried the filler that cannot be dissolved, and that brings me to number 10 on this list. Number 10 is the one I told you at the beginning that cannot be reversed. This is the filler that left a permanent dent in my face. The story is so important that I made an entire video on this filler. I'm linking it right here. Go and watch it, because if you are considering a filler that cannot be dissolved, you need to watch this video before you make a decision.